Welcome back, friends. Today we are gonna talk about sign of depression and suicide preventions for teens during the pandemic. So yeah, let's see how we can help during this pandemic if your teen, your son, your daughter might have these thoughts. So if you ask a young person what it means, they probably tell you that now they can do anything they want. They can drink, sneak out, sleep as long as they want. They can do risky things. So they really don't see this as a period of development into a hard adulthood. At the same time, society sees them as little insecure kids, not ready to take life seriously, referring to them as a typical teenager to describe a mood of reckless behavior. Is that? Well, your teen is changing. His or she is not a kid anymore. Well, he is not an adult neither. So he's walking in between these two big stage of life, and he doesn't know where he's living and where he's going, and is bringing with themselves a lot of changes physically. The tone of their voice is changing. Physically, they are changing, and they are not ready for it. While the teenage years can be exciting time of newfound freedom and social activities, they can also be full of anxiety, social pressure, and isolation. So, during the COVID-19 pandemic that we are still under, with physical distances in place and many schools, there are no reopening, returning for in-person instruction, teenagers have been left feeling more isolated from their peers than ever. We feel as adults too. Let's think how hard they feel. The increased isolation and stress related to the COVID can lead to higher rates of teen depression, anxiety, and unfortunately, suicide. Some teens have added stressors and burdens during this time, including financial concerns, the impact of racism, family conflict, and trauma or violence in their home and community. Now, atypical and concerning behaviors that parents should pay close attention to: unusual sadness or irritability, persisting even when the circumstances change. So if they keep going with this type of behavior, there is something that it's an alarm for us. Now, if they have loss of interest in activities they once enjoyed, something is wrong. Reduced feelings of anticipation, changes in weight, shift in sleep patterns, feelings of hopelessness, thoughts of or attempts at suicide. There are so many you can read in the article, but one important is if they engage in high-risk behaviors, self-injury, verbal, physical aggression. Now, if several of these symptoms are present for at least 2 weeks, they can suggest depression. So, let's take some steps and how to encourage your child in case he's depressed. Now, if you're worried your child is sliding to depression, first, do not panic. Encouraging them to make changes in how they're thinking and how they manage their feelings can help head off serious depression before it gets worse. Start by helping your child first. Stay active. Encourage them to be active in activities that will give them a sense of accomplishment, pleasure, social connection every day. Doing something for others can help how they feel and keep their mind focused on others. As a parent, be careful how you talk. If your child hears you talking all the time, how bad is this pandemic? How will never end? Then he will start to see sadness and badness everywhere. Help your child avoid exaggerating or obsessing on how bad things are right now. Try to see the positive. Tolerate what's uncertain, like what can you control? These are times where we don't know what's happening the next day. We don't know when the pandemic will end, but we know there will. So let's focus on that. You can help by expressing confidence that things will change and will go away, but in the meantime, let's focus on other things. So let's try to help them to change their negative thoughts on something positive, asking, what are some things you could do to feel more connected with your friends? Let's do something in the meantime that we are waiting that this pandemic is going away. Make plans. Work together to come up with a plan or activities that will help them feel more engaged. If they love music or dance, then what can we do? Get started by looking up cool classes online and make a project of creating a practice space. Do that with them. They need to see that you're part of that. They don't need to see you worried for the problem, resolve the problem with them in a nice way. If they miss their friends, then do project with their friends using Zoom. Even cooking or watching a movie together. Encourage them. Encourage them to reflect on each day on something they like or they would love to do it. Maybe they can express gratitude by making or building something for someone else. The little kids, they can even paint stones and bring in with a message to their friends, drop it outside their door, just living in parks where other kids can read it. Teenager, do something for something else. You parents, help them to do something for someone else. It seems something small, it will help them to feel big. Now, what action should a parent take if they think their child is suicidal? While it's upsetting and scary to think your child is considering suicide, there are immediate action parents can take to increase their teen's safety. Before starting a conversation about suicide, I know it's tough, but you gotta be prepared. Stay calm, lovely, and think about what you're going to say and how you're going to say it. Also, select a time and place where you can provide undivided attention. That means there are not going to be other kids, your other children, other people in the house. You're not going to talk about this subject in front, even to the other mates. If you have a good relation with your son, just do it with him in a place that's just you guys' place. Also, this is the time that you guys connect to each other. Ask, discuss why you're concerned, and be specific. Hey honey, I have noticed you have been sleeping a lot more lately. Or I saw your social media post about having no reason to leave, and it's concerning me. Ask specifically, are you feeling like life might not be worth living or thinking about suicide? Express. Tell your teen you care about them and are taking this situation seriously. Stay calm and be compassionate and non-judgmental towards them. Express your genuine concern, love, and connect them to help and support. Now, some parents told me, like, I haven't been that parent. I don't have a great communication with them. Start building it. Because if you notice somewhere else, like you notice that your son has this kind of thoughts, it's the time to jump in. It's never late for your son to see that you love them and you care about them. So start with love and calm. Then, as a parent, ask for help. If you have a serious concern about your teen's immediate safety, call 911. Take your child to the nearest emergency room. It's no joke. Do not leave your child alone until there is a helping coming. It's important. Teen can have any type of behavior towards this subject. Maybe they're losing a lot of weight. Maybe they're not eating. Anything you see is different and concerning you, that's probably important. Then follow up. Continue to monitor your teen and check in with them about how they're doing and what type of support they might need. Don't be worried and don't be scared. Love is always important in these particular matters, and they will appreciate. So stay calm. And it's tough for anybody, this pandemic. More for them. They are living a world where they don't know where they belong. So help them to let them see the society is ready for them at their pace, and everybody loves them. Thank you.